bright. So I know I haven't uploaded any daily vlogs lately, and I really should be because I've had a lot of really cool stuff going on in my life in the last couple weeks. But it has just been kind of stressful and frustrating on my own part. So I've learned so much to do with my camera and so much editing that I can do that my last couple videos that I've made, it has taken me anywhere between 2 to 3 hours to edit them and upload them, which I don't have much time, so I've stopped recording and making videos because I don't want to have to take the time away from sleep or family to edit these videos, which is just an excuse for me to not do something. So with that, let's talk a little bit about what's been going on in my life. So I have accepted a position at Seattle Children's. I'm going to start there here on the 2nd of May is my first orientation day. I have some clinical days where I have to go and learn all kinds of stuff about the hospital and the people in the hospital and what we're doing with the hospital. I have a safety training day on how to be safe around patients. Got all kinds of stuff going on with that. Also, we have some changes happening at my other hospital where we have some employees leaving and schedules changing, which is all fine and dandy and great, and that's what happens, but it's kind of stressful because I don't want to leave Skagit in a rut where they're going to be short-staffed as well. So I've been kind of battling that, but I really got to be at Children's. My heart and dream has been to be at Children's since I even started EMS many years ago, and I want to continue that dream and actually be able to do what I want to do. That's what this whole life is about, is doing what you want to do. Tonight my kids have a PTA fundraiser at the skating rink, so mom is taking the kids to the skating rink, and last time I took them by myself, it was not very much fun. The kids had such a hard time skating. It took almost 45 minutes to get the skates fitted correctly, get the wheels adjusted correctly, get the trucks adjusted, and they just didn't really have that much fun. But they think they're going to have fun tonight, so we will see what they do and if they have a good time. So tonight I'm hoping, we've been, knock on wood, even though I don't have any wood in my car, we've been kind of slow in the hospital right now, and I'm hoping that if I make a video on the way to work, I'll be able to have some time to edit it and do something with it. I like making little time-lapse videos and time-lapse shots of like sunsets and traffic and just driving and stuff like that. But I don't have a lot of areas around here that I can go and just sit and hang out, and I don't have a lot of time, so I have to do it kind of on the fly, which makes a limited amount of footage that I can post. And I really love doing sunsets. I wish I can get some sunrises, but I'm usually working right now when the sun rises, and now I'm working when the sun's setting, which is a good thing because I'm liking this whole longer daylight thing. I don't know if you can see this, but this car back here has green headlights. That's really cool. So I try to put those in there. I have a few I have saved from prior time-lapse videos I made, but they just don't fit in because sometimes the videos I post it's raining out the night before. So if you pay attention, you clearly know that the video I just posted was not from the day before because it's pouring down rain and the video is a beautiful sunset. So let's talk a little bit real quick about what goes into editing these videos that I make. So throughout the day I go and record just whatever content I can find, whatever I can do. Sometimes I find really cool things I like to put online and say, hey, check this out, this is what I did for the day. Sometimes I don't find anything, and it's just me rambling on about how I didn't find anything interesting for the day. But a lot of times I do. I pick up the camera, and I'm always carrying my camera on me, and I'm always shooting, I'm always recording. But sometimes by the time night comes and I get down to download it all onto my video maker and my phone and get ready to sit down and edit it, I think, man, I'm going to sit for the next 2.5 to 3 hours editing this video just to post like a 10-minute long video. And that has been getting personally frustrating, only because I'm learning more and more with the program that I have, which is a great program. I use Viva Video Pro. It was only $3, and it's an app on your phone. So I just download everything from my camera to my phone and then start editing. It's I know it makes it sound really simple, but I could just make videos of me talking and doing stuff. But I like to add some content. I like to add some structure of the music, some sound effects, the text, and that all takes time. It may look really simple, but it's not. And the more and more I learn about the program, the more things there is to upload and edit and special features and functions, and that gets kind of frustrating. And I love learning all about that stuff, but I don't really know how to use it, even though I'm learning how to use it, if that makes sense. You have to know how to use the props in the program and be able to manipulate things within the program to be able to do what you want. But I really can't because I don't have time. So when I get into it and I start making a video and editing, sometimes I get frustrated and I just say, screw it, I'll move on to the next spot. And then I leave little spots and tidbits that are just not a good quality standard that I want to produce as a mini little movie. Right now I'm on my way to go get a cup of coffee because that's what I need to continue my night, or I'm going to be cranky. If I don't get coffee, I get cranky. I'm very addicted to caffeine. And the funny thing is, I don't even really like the taste of coffee, so I have to pack it with a bunch of cream and sugar. And normally if I go to like the espresso stand, I get a caramel macchiato, which is really good. Bigfoot Java right now has their coffee brulee, which is pretty good. And then they have this other buttercup, which has butterscotch, cheesecake, and something else all on top of coffee. And it sounds freaking delicious. But I gotta stay away from the heavy drinks like that. And plus, I'm tired of paying $6 for a cup of coffee. So when I got to McDonald's to get my coffee, I was so distracted by this little old lady standing in a parking spot that I literally got out of my car and left it running the entire time I went into McDonald's and came out. My phone, my wallet, my camera, everything in my car, while it's running, unlocked. In Everett, I totally just went into a McDonald's and got a cup of coffee and came back out. When I came out, I realized I didn't have my keys in my pocket. I was like, oh crap, did I lock my keys in my car? And then I realized my car's running, and I was like, oh, I really hope I didn't lock my keys in my car. But I got my coffee. My car's not stolen, and I have my camera. That's the most important thing. Oh, I almost just spilled my coffee. If there's one thing I wish I really could do, I wish I could vlog more inside the hospital and really show you guys what I do at work. A lot of people ask me, as a respiratory therapist, what do you do? We do a lot of stuff. Our basic things that we do is nebulizers. People come into the ER or schedule nebs on the floor. We give them breathing treatments, help them breathe. We work with patients on ventilators for life support. We try to wean them off of the ventilators and get them breathing back on their own. So we do a lot of rehab with that. We do a lot of what's called procedural sedations. So if you come to the ER and you have a broken leg or an arm or need some stitches or any kind of procedure that you don't want to be awake for, we'll put you to sleep. And then I'm there to make sure that you are still breathing and that you maintain your airway and that you, well, let's face it, you don't die from being put to sleep. I know it's a pretty vulgar way to put it, but it is. It's just, I'm there to make sure you keep breathing, and that's my job. Last week we had a patient come in, broken body part, and I ended up ventilating this person for about 20 minutes. And it's just kind of fun and cool to be like, hey, because of me, right now, you're able to wake back up and talk to me. And it's really cool to be able to say that. Or when your patients come in and they're having a really hard time breathing and you get them on either BiPAP or CPAP, throw some nebs at them, give them some steroids, and you're a part of a team that is working to make this person's life, who's going through absolute miserable hell, make them feel better and get them breathing again. And it's really cool, and I just love doing what I do. And so I'm going from working in more of an adult-based field, and I'm transitioning now in the next couple weeks, going over to a pediatric-based field. Actually, it's just purely pediatrics. And I'm very, very excited. It's going to be so rewarding to be able to work with kids and work with their families and just being able to take care of somebody that may not understand what's going on with them, but you're there to help them, and you can educate them a little more and teach them about why their body is the way it is, why they have asthma, why they have cystic fibrosis, why they have this, why they have that, whatever the situation may be. The best part about that job is going to be not sitting in this traffic every day. That's a lot of traffic. Let's see if I can get a skyline shot here without people honking at me. That's my goodness. And with that, when I go to Seattle, I know there's always traffic going into Seattle. But if I go to the county line, I get off there, I can take the county line, take, well, I can't think what the road is. Whatever the road is that takes you into Lake Forest Park, and then Lake Forest Park to Lake City Way to Sandpoint Way, and then Sandpoint Way all the way down to the hospital. When I did that drive a couple weeks ago to go down for one of my final interviews, my drive in traffic down there and back was shorter than one trip north to Skagit. Why am I looking out my window? I really need to pay attention to how I hold my camera. So I'm really looking forward to less traffic. My drive time is about a half an hour each way to Children's. My drive time to Skagit is about an hour and 15 minutes each way. So it's really going to cut down on my drive time, which is a huge stressor. If anybody ever commutes, you know what it's like to be on a long commute every day, twice a day. And it really limits your time at home, limits your time with your family, limits your time with sleep. There's mornings I get home, I don't even eat. I don't even really say hi to anybody. I just climb in the bed and go to sleep because I'm so exhausted. And I only get about between 4.5 to 5 hours before I have to get up and go do it again. And that is no fun. I discovered why all the traffic, there's an accident in the southbound lanes on the freeway. I'm going northbound. Stop rubbernecking. Just drive. Just drive. This is a public service announcement. If the accident is on the wrong side of the freeway, do not stare at it while you drive by. You're okay to video record it, but do not stare at it. Thank you. So, a lot of people have asked me, why do I want to go to Seattle Children's? Very basic idea, working with kids. Kids are awesome. I love kids. I love working with kids. That's one of my favorite things. That's why I work in the spots in the hospital now that I work in, because that's the only time I'll get exposure to pediatrics. If I work just strictly in the ICU or on second floor, ICU, PCC, I won't get any pediatrics. I have to go to the third floor, which is a medical pediatric floor, or the ER, excuse me, or the ER, or the family birth center. I love working in the family birth center with the NICUs and the little tiny itty bitty brand new babies. They're so cute. And that's just what I want to do. I like it. Plus working at Children's, hours are about the same, pay is about roughly the same. But the biggest thing for me for Children's right now is the advancement opportunities to be able to grow my personal skills, my professional skills, and be able to advance in a position to where I can take that education someday and maybe if I need to go somewhere else. I really hope not. I really hope I get to stay at Children's now until forever, maybe. I don't know. Forever is a really, really long time. But I don't know if I'm going to get burned out really doing this job ever. I love doing it. I love doing what I do. Alright, so I just got to work. It is 6:10. And if anybody's keeping track, I left my house at 4:45. That was a very, very long drive tonight. So some things in life are just too beautiful to miss. You got the mountain ranges back there that are glowing pink. And over here you have this amazing bright pink sun setting. I love it. And again, I'm on the roof. Alright, gotta go back to work. Look at that. Look at that sky. There's some pretty awesome clouds. I would love to get a time lapse of that, but I gotta run back inside and go do my job.